is a living legend. The Federal Republic of Nigeria owes Mazi Nnamdi Kanu an unreserved apology with immediate release and compensation. I'm saying this because when he was talking about the Fulani trying to take over Nigeria, it was as if he was blabbing. People could literally say, this guy is a noisemaker, he's talking gibberish. Nobody took him serious then. What is happening today? Today, even the so-called northerners, like the Hausas now, who don't even get to hear their voice, Fulani already successfully took over the north. Fulani is in middle belt. Fulani is in southeastern part of Nigeria. So Fulani is in Ebonyi State. Fulani is in Enugu. Fulani is in Abia State, Imo State, some part of Anambra State. Fulani is in Delta. I learned that in Delta, they will buy your land by compulsion, build and then forcefully become part of the community. And you don't dare do anything. That is in Delta. Fulani is in Edo State. Fulani is in all parts of the West. I think excluding Lagos State. Fulani is in Oyo State. Fulani is in Ondo State. Fulani is in Bayelsa State. Timaya tweeted about it the other day. And Fulani is invading Nigeria in each passing second. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a man of great insight. He was talking about it. When he said that Tinubu wants to become the president of Nigeria, I think Tinubu was still the governor of Lagos State then. We didn't see it coming. Today, what is happening? Tinubu is the president of Nigeria. This man has seen this thing. And when he was talking, nobody listened to him. This detention of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a gross infringement on his right as a human being, as a British citizen, a Nigerian citizen, or Biafran citizen. He should be released with immediate effect. He should be duly compensated. And he should be apologized to. Public apology that will go all around the globe. Because he was talking about it. I want you to listen, watch this video.
Anywhere you have Fulani headsmen, terrorists for that matter, they tell you, oh, they are pastoralists. They are allowed to do their businesses in the forest. All of you are aware of it. But you kept quiet, hoping that somehow Tinubu will emerge as the president, or an Igbo man will come as the president, and your family will start enjoying. But in the meantime, you have no more farmlands, you have no more forests, you have nowhere you can call your own home. The same stupidity exhibited by Hausa peasants that enabled Fulani to take Sokoto from them, that enabled Fulani to take Katsina from them, that enabled Fulani to take even Kanu from them. Every Hausa land is occupied either by a Fulani emir or a Fulani governor. Some of you don't want to reason, you don't ever learn that the main aim of Fulani is to conquer your land and enslave you. Look at Hausa people today. As I wrote yesterday, they are worse than a discarded tissue paper. They are worth nothing. Only their language is what is relevant in their lives. Everything else is lost. That is why they are in trouble. And that is why they can never ever come out of it. They are all suffering from what I would an advanced version of the Stockholm Syndrome. Can you imagine that these people came into their land and took it over and they cannot do anything about it? Hausa is gone. It took Fulani very many years before they came out of their shell to say we are Fulani. Remember before, many years ago, they told you we are Hausa Fulani. We are Hausa Fulani. Because that time, their subjugation of the Hausa race hasn't been completed. Now they have completed it.
When this man was talking, nobody listened to him. Nobody took him serious. Today, what is happening? You know, if not that he strategically inaugurated the ESM boys who were in the bush, I don't know whether they are still there now, I don't know. If not because of the ESM boys, the Fulani invading of the Southeast would have been successfully, signed for long ago. By now, it will be past tense. But thank God for the little resisting force. And again, if you look at it strategically, it looks as if that the higher powers of Nigeria they are holding a stake in this insecurity. You understand? Because their body language says it all. You will call police that this is happening. You are not going to see them. You will report to governor that, oh, they are killing people in this community. Governor is not even going to respond. He's not going to do anything. He's not going to say anything. As if though what they are killing, they are animals. Even if they are animals, there's what we call animal rights. In the Western world, you don't kill. If you kill a dog, you can be jailed. If you kill a cat, you can be jailed. So there's that thing as animal rights. But we're talking about human beings right now. The Igbos have been crying, shouting, insurgency, insecurity. Nobody said anything. Okay, now he's now touching outskirts of Igbo land somehow, When they are killing people, maiming lives, raping women in the bush, report it to the government. You are not going to hear anything. Nothing is going to happen. But just hear that one cow. It's in Nigeria that a cow is priced higher above human. Just one cow. If you hear that one cow is down, then there's going to be a riot. Before I even talk about one Fulani is down. Federal government of Nigeria owes Mazi Nnamdi Kanu an unreserved apology. That is what I know. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a hero. In fact, his face to appear on one of the currencies. Maybe today or tomorrow or later, whenever. But his face to show is a true hero. Thank you for engaging with my videos. But please help me to share this video. I think I'm making sense. Please help me to share the video. That's the only way I'm encouraged to do another one. When I do a video and you are not sharing it, it makes me weak. Like, I don't know, I get discouraged. I'm just trying to encourage myself. The only way you can help me is to watch the video to the end and share the video. Engage. What do you think about what I said? Please share your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to smash the like button. Favorite this video because you want to watch it later. Repost it. Share it with every of your contacts.
You know, I think he has been consistently doing that. And nobody has, the Igbos have not challenged him. The governors are not saying anything. The security agents in this country are not saying anything. And they continue to brag about his loyalty and relationship with Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And the basis for him to always, at every point in time, without any form of provocation, attacking the Igbo people. Well, as I don't know to understand, let me give him an example of what he's trying to achieve or what he's trying to plant. Let him go and ask Israel. Ask Israel, or you ask Hamas what is going on now. Your alliance in the north, or whatever seed they have given you, or whatever thing, orientation they have planted in your memory. As Sani Dokubo, you do not deserve any form of respect in the first place, because you envied reality of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You envied the prosperity of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You envied the agitation, the global agitation and acceptance of Biafra. You pioneered all manner of philosophy against the Igbos' origin and said all manner of things. But nobody was there to even say anything or do anything, or even say that some of the things you are saying is correct or not. You told the same line with rain or mockery. Some of these things you are saying, you are doing, you know, have been documented. They are documenting it. They are keeping it. They are keeping it on daily basis. When it will be used as a weapon against you, to the extent you are threatening the entire Eastern governors, threatening to kill all the Igbos on behalf of Nigeria.
But it's appears as though this man have double standard, because at some point you can clearly see him singing praise.
Yes, you can see what he did to Fubara. But I think the Igbo intellectual has understood, is studying the situation now, and they are having their own perception to what is going on. I know that as I said, look at Tom Polo. I have so much respect for Tom Polo. Though he's one of the people that rejected amnesty, he never accepted amnesty. Look at the kind of respect he's commanding. Look at the kind of thing he's doing. He did not leave the resources of the Biafra land outrightly to strangers. He still find a way to make sure that he's not left out. All Asari Dokubo does was to sit down and hope that the friendship with him and Tinubu will bring him billions without any contribution, without any work. You are bragging, you go to Imo State, you keep people. Who send you? The Northerners send you, the Nigerian military send you, the Europeans send you to go, and you have become a warlord for Nigeria. To be killing or be bragging how you are going to kill Igbos. Do not underrate what you are saying. That Nigeria has never stopped Igbo for one day. I must tell you that. The world has never stopped Igbo for one day. What you are saying, what you are doing, I believe you understand the direction you are going. Igbos are not cowards. Igbos are not afraid in anymore, but they have looked at you. You are not worth the least of Nnamdi Kanu in Igbo land. That's why they just kept you aside. But the day will come when you'll be answerable to some of the things you are saying. And when the reality of denial will stare you in the face, it's not going to be long. Thank God you have been relegated finally to one local community or what can I call it? You know, chief or whatever they gave
currently
you.
he is a traditional ruler.
No, I don't want to believe that a traditional ruler of that community can come out on the public space and be saying a lot of things. I know that this actually was not what it thinks. Maybe an Igbo man, look at the one that happened in Lagos. The Lagos state governor went and arrested the chief. And we know that Igbos are being hated in Nigeria. By the time will come, Igbos will be friends to all. All will want to be friends to Igbo. It's not going to take time. It's a matter of time. And I believe that the Igbo leaders themselves, or whatever, if at all we have, to an extent now, inform the federal government about this development. You know, and it's possible that most of the killings that is tagged as an IPOB thing can be linked to this very man. And I don't know why the Nigerian security agents, the police, the army, the Igbo leaders, the governors, or Igbo think tanks, don't harness it themselves, shouldn't come out and make a statement or call the federal government attention to the continuous threats. You know, anybody that stands against the Jews of Africa will have his own self to blame. We don't want to know.
This is a man, of course, who the other time said they have a military formation. Apart from that, there was a time he threatened to bring down a military helicopter. At the time, the spokesman of the military invited him to battlefield and be neutralized. But it appears as though this man is above the law.
No, he's nothing above the law. He was just bragging. Go and ask Igbos were able to take on the world during Nigeria Biafra war. And you can see the revelation. For 3 years, they did not consult an Ijaw man. Ijaw man was not, if he claims he's an Ijaw, he's not even an Ijaw man. We know who are the Ijaws. I said Dokubo is not an Ijaw man. It's just because that, regionalism and regeneration make him look as if he's an Ijaw man. He's not an Ijaw man. You know, the Ijaws know themselves. The Igbos fought for both South-East and South-South. Igbos defended themselves, defended them too. But it is unfortunate that the British propaganda was what they are using against the Igbo people because of Igbo resistance.
So, but what do you think would have made this man, talking about Asari Kubo, to say that if you have his way, that you want to remove the Igbo blood in him? Of course, this is your brother we are talking here.
Of course, there's no way he can, if he wants. He has already done that. I don't know how you want to remove it again when you said you are not Igbo. So what else do you want?
So the physical blood.
No. It's not, you have already said it. You are not Igbo. You know. So one single person in a dollar is saying that he's not Igbo does not mean that others are not Igbos. It's as simple as that. So you that is saying you are not Igbo. I agree you are not Igbo. You know. Then are you trying to tell other people too? From that, that's why one of the reasons why Wike was just very fearless in making some hidden secret. When they said that the Jaws are minority of the minority, you know, it was a pride, it was a hidden secret. They just sees it as a secret, you know, that nobody should be able to know this angle of the Ijaw people. But unfortunately, you know, it has become a global thing now because the whole world has come to reality. He said without the Igbo, there's no Ijaws. You know, but the North the northern part of the country always want to see this kind of a thing happen within the Biafran space. You know, it gives them joy. It makes them feel that, you know, they will continue to, you know, lay their pipe in or NDDC states and continue to, you know, take away, because they feel that the little crumbs that come from whatever racketing they are doing there, at least Asante Dokubo will be able to have some level of crumbs from there, and that is the only reason why you see him. But I know that his era is about to end. You know, Asante Dokubo's era, you know, is about to end, and we are going to see more rationalized Tobolos. Asante Dokubo are taking terms, you know, they're going to emerge, you know, from that angle in no distance time. And I don't think they are going to work in the same direction that we are seeing, especially Asante Dokubo. You know, always you can see him. Igbos are not in the president. They are not in power. They don't hold any political power. But still, anything that happens in Nigeria, they are being factored in as Tinubu government has broken down Igbo. There is problem in River State, Igbo. Wike and Fubara is fighting, Igbo. Ijo is a minority, Igbo. Everywhere, Igbo.
Now
And it keeps
we are
wondering
seeing a situation where the president is having a talk with the Ogoni people as a way of restarting oil exploration in that axis. Remember that after the death of Kesanuwa, the exploration of oil was put to a halt. But currently, the president will have renewed talk with the people as a way to renew or restart oil exploration in that.
okay, let me tell you clearly, you know, that the fact is we are not looking at that angle, because whatever they are supposed to do in that regard, they should go ahead and do it, you know, because the level of devastation there, you know, but that does not mean that the Ijaw people do not understand the position and the embarrassment the River State has portrayed them and exposed them as people who are on fighting their brothers for the interest of an outsider. That's the picture. You know, the Ijaw people fight their brothers for the interest of an outsider. That's what it means. You know, when you continue to say, nobody can, they are not this, we are not that, the enemies are looking at that from that direction as, okay, there are loopholes that they can infiltrate. Asante Dokubo is currently having I think the man should be taken to I think he need to be taken to a doctor. He need to be taken to a psychiatrist, because I think, you know, some of the things he did against IPOB, some of the things he did against definite agitation has already boomerang and is, you know, telling on him so deeply. The Igbo is keeping quiet against about Asante Dokubo does not mean they are cowards. Asante Dokubo should please take that note. Igbos keeping silent over rhetorics, attack, threats does not
But what
mean
on the final
that
note, what do you have
Igbos
to
are cowards.
on the final note, what do you have to say about the broken down of relationship between Asante Dokubo and the man Tinubu?
I think it was Tinubu that threw him to the gutters. It's not Asante Dokubo that threw Tinubu to the gutters. That's you have to get the picture very clearly. You know, he wanted to frustrate, give Bola Ahmed Tinubu's government a very dangerous image, and he threw him to the gutters. He is the one now begging Tinubu for attention at the same time. You know, and I don't think that Tinubu is going to listen to him again. As simple as that. So he can tell you, that tells you the kind of people these people are, even with the level of devastation. The Igbo man is not involved in the oil exploration. The Igbo man is not the president. The Yorubas and the Northerners. You know, so what it clearly shown is that these are the brainwashed elements of the late Pa Edwin Clark. As simple as that. Because I got a revelation when Pa Edwin Clark passed away. We saw the whole Northerners in his house. He saw it. The whole Northerners was in his house. When Pa Adebanjo died, why did the whole Northerners did not visit Pa Adebanjo? Because he believed in Biafra. He believes in restructuring. He believes that Nigeria is not working. He believes that Nigeria should be, everybody should go their separate ways. But because these people are the people standing say, people are not going to, what Ijaw people now, what have they benefited there? Still, the economy of the Ijaw nation is being powered by the Aba people, by the Igbo people. So you can see. We can say this. In Rivers State, they cannot even muster voting strength to provide a governor without the Igbos in Rivers State. But you can see that tata. You see how they run. They can't come and tell me that. I always say this. Unless the Biafra did not come, unless there's no, the world did not want to recognize Biafra, that is when the truth of the matter will come. Those who knows where they belong will definitely know where they belong at the end of the day. As simple as that.